Thursday. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today I'm going to prepare a blanket roll for under the knees. So if you've got a blanket available, you can roll it up now. Get your space set up and comfortable. Awesome. And when you're ready, allow yourself to come onto the back. And feel relaxed here as you settle in. You can allow the knees to be wide. And if you're just joining, I just folded up a blanket for underneath the knees. And if you don't have a blanket today, that's totally fine. You could use a pillow, or you could just lay on the back with no props. Stretching all the way out. Take up some space. You could spread the legs a bit. Arms can come away from the body. Hands can be palms up or palms down on the ground. Or you can have your hands one on the belly, one on the chest. And when you arrive on your back, let's take a deep, deep inhale. Feel the rise of the belly. Inhaling into that bottommost diaphragm. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale. See if you could relax as you hold the breath in. Relax through the face and the shoulders. And then open the mouth and sigh it out. Do that once more. Inhale deeply and hold the air at the top of the breath. Inhale a little bit more. Relax through the shoulders and the head and the neck. Open the mouth and let it out. And then let's keep the inhales and exhales a little bit longer. This time mouth sealed on the inhale. Breathing to send the air down the body, filling the belly with air. As you exhale, feel the air exiting the body. Press the navel toward the spine to expel all the air out of the body. And continue to breathe in this way. Inhaling slowly, noticing the temperature of the air as it comes into the nostrils. Noticing the temperature of the air as it exits the nostrils. Continuing to breathe in this way, deep into the belly. Throughout the course of this practice, allow yourself to stay with your breath as we move through different postures, keeping in mind that this is all your own practice, doing whatever feels right to you in your body. If anything throughout doesn't feel good, always modify or take something a little bit less intense. Allow yourself to come back to your breath at any point. Before we make any movement, see if you could experience the feeling of the clothes on your skin, the air in the room around you. Do a quick body scan from head to toe, swiftly moving down the body, taking note of any feelings or sensations that you're starting out with. And then you'll take in a deep inhale, maybe the biggest breath you've taken yet today. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Begin to move fingers and toes. Open up through the fingers. Begin to roll wrists and ankles. Let's bring the arms up overhead for a stretch. Clasp the hands above you. And then press the palms away. And then change the clasp of the hands and do that once more. Press the palms away, stretch the toes down. Awesome. You can hug the knees into the chest. And then allow yourself to rock along the sacrum or the lower back, bringing the knees from one side to the other. As you rock through center, press the tailbone down into the floor, elongating the spine as you rock from side to side. And either keep doing this, or you can lift the feet and clasp the big toes or the calves, and then press the soles of the feet toward the ceiling for a happy baby. Again, continuing to rock if that feels good, or you can simply stay put and press the tailbone down into the floor, lengthen through the spine. And then knees will come together, begin to rock along the spine, giving yourself a bit of a massage here. You can take a couple of rocks. Just make this your own. Coming up and through seated, all the way to tabletop. You can unroll your blanket and use it under the knees if you'd like, or you can simply move the blanket completely out of the way. Your choice. And we've arrived here in our comfortable and supported tabletop. So like always, starting this pose, be aware of where you're placing your hands. They should be directly under the shoulders. Think about growing tall and stabilizing through the shoulders, pressing the floor away from you, especially through the thumb and the forefinger. And then think about the hips over the knees. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Engage your core here as you do this. And let's move through a few cat-cows. Inhale, slowly drop the belly and look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Drop the head and neck, relax. Press the floor away. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, cat. Moving through this a few more times on your breath. Take two more. Noticing the feeling in the spine as you awaken it. Beginning to stretch. Sending air to space that needs it the most. And you'll come back to tabletop. Take a big circle in one direction. Send the hips all the way back to the heels. Pause and breathe into any space that feels tight. Take a big full circle. You'll come all the way back to center and then take a big circle in the opposite direction. Pausing again, any point. And then you'll come all the way back up to center. And then you'll lift the right hand up toward the ceiling. Gaze can come toward the hand. As you exhale, thread the needle and the hand under the left armpit. You could come all the way down onto the shoulder. Opposite hand can stretch forward. And you could either stay here or that hand stretched forward can lift up and wrap behind the back. See if you could find some ease here, closing the eyes, continuing that deep breathing that we started with. Inhale, begin to unwind the top arm. Press yourself all the way back up, lift up through the right hand. Place it back down. Whew. Just notice the two sides. Notice how that feels in the body. And you'll lift up through the left hand. Same thing. Exhale. Hand comes under the right armpit, lowering all the way down. Moving into this twist and then extending forward with the opposite hand. And either staying here or lifting through the right hand and wrapping it behind the back. Notice where you can soften and find some ease. Inhale to lift the arm and then plant it down. Press yourself back up, lifting up through the left arm, counter stretching for the shoulder. Exhale it down. Nice job. So if you have the blanket, you can move it now. And I'm just going to put my hair up in a ponytail. Let's start to move into a plank position. You can plank on the knees or on the feet. Whatever's feeling like it's right for you today. So still think about that hand and shoulder stability. Really pressing down through the thumb and forefinger. If you are doing this from tabletop, you'll tuck the toes. Use your core as you lift up and send the heels back. Your front should be one long line. So thinking about a straight line from the crown of the head. Gaze is just gently down in front of you, down the slope of the nose, down the spine to the tailbone, all the way down to the feet. And we'll We'll take a few more breaths here, simply engaging the core. Let's inhale, lift the right foot about an inch or two off the ground. Keep the hips level. Exhale it down. Lift through the left foot, same thing. Exhale it down. And then you'll walk the hands all the way back to the feet, eventually ending up in a hanging forward fold. Uttanasana. And then feel free to play around with this here. Once you're in your forward fold, let's see if you can deeply bend the knees. Let the hands come to the floor. Let the head hang. Doesn't matter what you look like here. Just give the hamstrings some alleviation. And let's rock from front to back, moving from the balls of the feet to the heels, shifting the weight from side to side. Relax the neck. And then if it feels okay to you, you can straighten the legs a little bit. Feel free to keep a bend in the knees though. Let's lift the toes, spread them out, and press them down into the floor. And then you'll inhale, lift halfway, bring the hands to the shins. Extend the crown of the head forward, creating an L shape for yourself. On your next exhale, gently exhale all the way back down. Shake the head yes and no.
Customer service. Your call may be monitored for quality assurance. If your call is regarding a dental policy,
And then take the left hand to the right shin, twist to the right. Opposite hand can come up to the sacrum as you twist. You can even bend a little deeper into the right leg here, straightening through the left. Moving into this hamstring stretch. See if you can take the heart and twist from the heart.
Customer service, this is Sean. How can I help you?
Hi, Sean. I was calling up with a question.
Inhale it down.
I am a member.
Then let's do that on the second side.
My wife and I have reached our out-of-pocket
Opposite hand to
maximum,
opposite
and
shin.
I received another bill.
Left
for
hand to the sacrum as you
services that
twist.
he did.
And then maybe bending a little bit more into the left leg, straightening through the right,
Take a look at this. Can I start by getting your
twisting
name,
the
please?
heart up
First name
and
Steve.
open,
Last name is Afaroth, A-U-F.
and stay with your breath. Notice the inhale
And the number
and the
is
exhale.
200-124-093.
Thank you. And can I get a good callback number just in case we're disconnected?
541-554.
And then you'll eventually exhale it all down, unwind. Take the opposite elbows and rock a little bit from side to side.
232-55 and 3378 Videra Drive, Eugene, Oregon 9745.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm just taking.
And then you'll inhale, lift halfway.
So we just received
Exhale to
this
fold.
bill. The date of service was March 17th.
Inhale, sweep the arms all the way
it
up
was
overhead,
before we had reached our
lifting and
out-of-pocket
lengthening
maximum,
as
but
you
now,
come up.
after my wife's surgery, we have
Exhale, hands come to
that
heart
$1,000
center.
for her. So I'm just curious why don't
Close the eyes for a
why the
moment.
billing so late on this.
Let's take our attention to the feet. Relax the
Give
face.
me 1 second. And you said this was for your wife?
Yes.
Feel the feet here. Let's sway to the left.
Actually, the statement date
Transferring
was
some of
May
the weight
5th.
to one side.
It was from Practice
Sway
Medical
all the way to the
Group,
right.
and the date of service looks like it was
Transferring weight to
3/17.
the opposite side.
Okay.
Gaining
And
our
what is your wife's
balance.
name?
Come back to center.
Wendy, first name
Sway
Wendy,
back a
last name,
tiny bit.
and 37 of 64.
Sway forward toward the balls of the feet.
Give me 1 second. I'm just
And
going to
then find your balance
for you.
Okay.
in the center. Equally distributing the weight between each corner of both feet. And then you're going to take a big step out to face me, long edge of the mat. Start here. Toes are pointed toward the corners of the mat, and feet are a little more than a leg's length apart. We're going to come into a goddess pose. Dandasana.
Speaking with you is
No, that's
very
not the right
important
one.
to us. Thanks for your continued
I'll think of the
patience.
name
We'll be
later.
right with you.
So we're going to bend the knees and then sink into the hips. What's the name? Goddess. I can't think of it right now. Wow, I'll have to come back. Having a brain freeze. All right, arms are going to come up to cactus, and then you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's lift all the toes, spread them out,
Thanks
press
for
them
calling
back into
Pacific
the
Shore
mat,
Health Plan. We'll be with
and
you
then
in just
really
a
think
moment.
about lengthening from the tailbone up to the crown of the head. Think about slightly tucking the chin as you do this. Send the air into the nostrils, and then send the air all the way down the body to the bases of the feet. Notice the feet grounded down, really balanced, balancing the weight, equal weight distribution. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take 2 more breaths here.
Speaking with you is very important to us. Thanks for your continued patience. We'll be right with you.
Then you're going to inhale up, stretch it out so you're like a big starfish. Maybe arch the back a tiny bit. Exhale, back into goddess. Turn the neck to one side, stretch and breathe into the neck. Turn the head to the other side.
Thanks for calling Pacific Shore Health Plan. We'll be with you in just a moment.
Inhale, back up. Stretch it out. And then come back down. This time we're going to shift the weight over to the right. And you can come down any amount, so arms can relax out of cactus. Feel free to bring the hands to a block or to the floor. Stretch, side runner's lunge, stretching to one side. Let's keep the opposite foot glued to the mat.
Very important to us.
Think about
Thanks for your
really
continued
pressing
patience.
down through
We'll
the
be
outer
right with
edge
you.
of that left foot. And now let's change it up. You'll bring the toes up on the opposite extended leg. Reach up with the left hand, almost making this into a twist. Shine the heart up. You'll inhale to unwind.
Thanks for calling Pacific Shore Health Plan.
Walk the hands
We'll be with
over
you
to
in
the
just a
second
moment.
side. Same thing on this side. Coming into a stretch. Keeping that extended foot glued to the ground. If you'd like to experiment with balance, you can bring your hands to the heart. See where you can find some ease here.
Speaking with you is very important.
And
to
then
us.
you'll float
Thanks for
the
your continued
left
patience.
fingertips
We'll be
down.
right with you.
Right hand will raise, and then you'll raise the toes on that extended foot. Again, finding ease. Noticing where it feels like this pose is strengthening, and where it feels like it's stretching. Inhale, bring the arm down, and then you'll come all the way back to center. Let's bring the hands to the hips, raise up,
So, I do want to just
take the toes toward the corners of the mat again, sink in. Once more, arms in cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades. Make one long line from the tip of, from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Imagine sending your air down this channel, down the
Part of
spine.
that $1,000, or I just
You
was
can
kind
even
of,
sway
wow.
gently from side to side.
I was amazed at
Give the legs a little bit of a break. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades. Noticing the feet.
But you guys have met that out-of-pocket limit now, what makes it you can sense
Okay,
that, so.
coming to
I just was
stillness.
curious because the date of service and then the billing
Inhale to
statement date was
lift.
2 months apart, and I just don't know why they're so slow.
And then
billing,
hands to
but-
hips.
Yeah, and it all depends
Make
on,
the
you
feet
know,
parallel.
when they get that.
And a couple of options with the arms here. You can keep the hands on the hips
Well, it looks like they got it to you
You can
on,
roll the
on
shoulders back
3/17 of 20.
and clasp the
And
hands
then the
behind
statement
you.
came out, statement date of this is 5/5/20.
Either
For
one.
the 74/20.
You'll inhale,
Anyways, that's
rise
okay.
up.
Yeah, I figured that's the way it kind of was.
and
so I'll
as
take
you
care of that.
exhale, begin to
Thanks for
fold
your time.
forward. Send the crown of the head forward.
Yeah,
Hinge
you're
at the
very
hips.
welcome.
Lengthen
Okay,
through
bye.
the spine as you go.
Bye.
Coming all the way down. You can again move the head, turning the face from one side to the other, and shaking the head yes and no. Inhale, begin to lift. Continue to lengthen the spine, send the crown of the head long. Change the clasp of the hands if you have them. Roll the shoulders back again. Inhale. And then exhale forward. Relax the neck. Notice the weight distribution. Maybe try rolling toward the toes and then rolling back to the heels. And then centering the weight. If the hands are clasped, you can let them go. And if your hands are near the ground, you can take them out in front of you, placing the palms flat for a wide leg downward dog. Or you can take the hands to the legs just for a little bit of extra traction. Awesome. Wherever the hands are, begin to walk them back to center, placing them on the hips. Use the core to lift yourself all the way up. Big step to the top of the mat. And we'll just come down gently, heel toe the feet out to about mat width. Sink down into a squat. Arms can be parallel with the floor as you roll to the sit bones. Roll all the way down to the back. Take any final movement you need here. You can side bend stretch, maybe take another happy baby. Let everything go. Feel free to take one final deep inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Begin to sink into your final Shavasana,
Your dinner request?
or resting pose. Feel the body being fully supported by the ground beneath you. Relax through the face. Let go of any hold you have on the breath. Allow yourself this time to come inward, be fully present in your body. Nothing to do, nothing to see or hear, just be.
I've got time. Didn't need more than half an hour to get there, I don't think. The way I drive, it could be 5 minutes.
Sorry I'm leaving you dry, honey.
No, No problem.
They said we'd rather have you pay it.
Well, I'm disappointed in Oak Street because that was through Oak Street.
What?
Wendy Bennett, whatever,
Benyon?
Bennison or something. That was for you. It was new patient.
Oh, that was the endocrinologist we saw at 10 Oak Street.
Oh, okay.
Benyon?
So yeah, it went through Oak Street. They're
They're owned by the same company.
Oh, okay. No wonder. Okay.
But I don't, so you're disappointed at the slow billing? Or?
Yes, because the service was $317. The billing came out on a 5.5. So
I'd like you to drop
it's pretty sad.
one
Not the
thought.
insurance company being the slow
Nope.
Finish out the practice.
Nope. Because the insurance was covered on 317. As soon as they submitted it, insurance covered.
I guess
That
Oak
will allow
Street
you to
is
feel a
more
little
than
bit more
known.
balanced today.
Yeah.
In whatever
Yeah, for sure.
sense that word means to you.
$74. Well, the total was $388. That was for a new
That
pay.
was the man on
Yeah.
10 Oak Street, Benyon.
Yep. Insurance covered $300 of it,
You'll deepen
and then they made
the breath
adjustments
through
of
the
17,
nostrils.
so we owe
Notice the
74,
rise of the belly.
24. So that was probably the 20%.
'Cause we
Open
were
the mouth, we'll exhale together.
out of pocket at that point.
Yeah, we weren't done. He said this is a part of that $1,000. So he goes, now for sure, you should not get any more bills from anybody.
Begin to bring movement back.
Yeah, man. We'll
into
see.
the body. Stretch the fingers and toes.
Yep.
Move the wrists and ankles.
Thanks,
Stretch up
Monica.
over.
Yeah, man.
Bend the knees. And roll onto your right side. Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Think about sitting up tall, tuck the chin, invite in a deep inhale. Bring the hands together, exhaling together. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste.